Ice and snow
But before that, let's talk about severe weather
around this morning. But in parts of California, the situation is turning dire. People in California's mountains are still trying to dig out from record-breaking snowfall for this time of year. Dangerous travel conditions make it impossible for some to leave their homes. Jonathan Vigliotti is in Crestline, California. That's a hard-hit mountain town about 80 miles east of Los Angeles. Jonathan, good morning.
And good morning to you, Vlad. And to give you some perspective, what you're looking at here is not fresh snowfall. This last fell about a week ago, and yet home after home, car after car, that's a van there, are encrusted in several feet of snow. A state of emergency was declared last week, yet many people we've spoken with say they haven't received any help since the snow began falling about 2 weeks ago.
This is just unprecedented. It's like more than we've ever seen and that we could prepare for.
Heather Pritchett says she's run out of food for herself and for her cats. She's one of many people trapped in Crestline nearly 2 weeks after the snow began to come down. People here are still digging out from the storm, and some told us help has been slow to come, if at all. The San Bernardino County Sheriff says there's so much snow, clearing the roads is just part of the battle.
We're having tractors come in and scoop the snow, having to drive it away, truck it out, and a number of other things, which makes the operation much slower.
In Northern California, more than 75 miles of Interstate 80 remained closed last night as plows struggled to put a dent in the snow-covered highway. Some areas got nearly 3 feet of snow in just 24 hours. Meanwhile, at least a dozen people died in weather-related incidents across the southeast after powerful winds and rain slammed the region over the weekend, at one point leaving hundreds of thousands without power. Power is also a concern here in Crestline, where Lynn and Glenn Overton told us they haven't had electricity for 11 days.
We do have a generator, but it runs on the gas line.
I have a friend who lives up in the fucking mountains, and she was like posting about how angry she is that people were coming up to hit the POW, I guess. And they don't have any stock. Like, they don't have any food remaining in the grocery store, so people are having a hard time feeding their families that live up there, and there's no way to like use their regular methods. So she was mad that people were coming up and like also purchasing shit from the grocery stores instead of like bringing their own shit, which turns out is like a big problem for the tourists that want to go and snowboard and stuff. Like they're saying bring your own food and groceries instead of taking more out of the groceries up there, because like they have a hard time stocking up.
And then our gas bill last month was over $400. So I can only imagine what that's going to cost.
How the fuck does America not have better snow removals? I mean, what do you expect? Like, honestly. What do you mean? What? It's California. Like, these are areas that aren't ever supposed to get this level of snow. These are areas that do get snow, but never to this degree. That's part of the reason why they don't have like Canada levels of like snow removal.
And it could be 5 to 6 more days, the Overtons are being told, before that power is restored. Free food is being distributed at specific locations, but with homes and cars like this, people can't get.
Also, much like everything we've talked about in the United States of America, it is unfortunately not a problem that you can blow up. So that makes it really hard, because it's not something that you can just like use Raytheon laser guided missile systems on. And that's kind of our whole shtick. That's kind of what we've like spent most of our money on. So it makes it fairly difficult to deal with issues that don't pertain, that can't be handled with like laser guided missile systems. It's just kind of how it is. You know what I mean? In Buffalo, this is a Tuesday because they have the process in place to deal with it. Yeah.
Get there. We've seen the National Guard.
Utah Avalanche Patrol does have artillery cannons at ski resorts to blow up the snow so it doesn't turn into an avalanche. Shit is cool as fuck. Okay, that's a we're I'm not talking about that, dude. Yeah, not the one unique instance where you need to blow up snow. I'm talking about fucking snow removal from the street, okay? You don't do that by nuking it.
Guard here, believe this, they're going door to door, digging out by hand. We haven't seen a single snowblower. A lot of people, Tony, this morning wondering where are all the extra resources and help they've been promised for more than a week now.
Wow, it's difficult and slow work there. Jonathan, thank you very much.